tech folks free, talking Kodi and Plex with a wink and a grin, cutting the cords where the show begins. They're diving deep into the streaming scene with tips and tricks that are crisp and clean. Cord cutting legends with knowledge to spread, from the latest tech to the codes in your head. Streaming matters, don't you know? Grab your drink and join the show. When they say Plex, it's time to clink. Protect your neck and take a drink. The butcher's sharp with the techie bite. Aubyn's flair keeps it fun and light. They crack the code so you'll never be lost. Streaming smarter with no extra cost. From apps to servers, they've got your back. Streaming hacks that'll keep you on track. Kodi's secrets and Plex galore. Tune in once and you'll beg for more. Tech talk sharp like a razor's edge. From gadgets to apps, they keep you fed. Friday's the vibe where knowledge blends with laughter and wisdom, it never ends. Streaming matters, don't you know? Grab your drink and join the show. When they say Plex, it's time to click. Protect your neck and take a drink.
And we're live.
Hey,
What's up?
hey,
Oh, yeah.
what's up?
Welcome.
Can you hear me?
Welcome. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
We
okay?
got you.
Wanted to make sure.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
No echo, Aubyn.
Move my microphone a little bit closer here so you guys get a little bit of that. So here we go. Let's start another week. Look at there. You guys enjoy your 5-6 days off?
5-6
No.
days off.
Who the hell gets a day off?
I-
Aubyn, do we
Yeah.
get a day off?
Nope.
Jesus.
Nope.
I'm sorry. I
Every
didn't mean.
day-
I did not mean to
every
start.
day
this. I
is a
didn't mean to
day
start this stuff, did
Of doing something for Dabs. every
you know
day.
what?
I wake up
Right
saying,
here.
okay, I gotta
Right
do
here.
this for the show.
You guys are in my will. You guys are in my will. Even though probably both of you will die before me, but that's
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, hey, thanks for everyone joining. Welcome. Thanks to the panel here. We're gonna go ahead and cover some stuff. If you've not watched the show before, we don't just talk shit the whole time. We will talk about some tech stuff. We'll talk about things that you're probably not going to hear or read or hear about in a lot of the other YouTube shows. We're going to talk about how to save some money, things that might be costing you money. We're going to talk about some new products that are out. We'll also talk about movies, TV shows. We'll maybe even talk about sports, and we might even talk about some video game. We jump all around with tech stuff. So I'd like to thank everybody that's jumped in our channel. We see over in the side chat, a lot of our regular people are here. It's always good to have people that are willing to join us live to throw comments out there and to take time out of their day right now, not watch it later where they can fast forward through the boring parts. They actually got to suffer through it, and that means a lot to us.
Yep.
So yeah, so we got some different topics. The second half of the show, so in the next hour, we will be covering the movie Death of a Unicorn, or what was it called?
That's it.
Death of a Unicorn. We'll be covering that movie as our reviews for Play or Pass. So we hope that you join in on that. Hopefully you've seen the movie, and we welcome your comments. Do what?
And voted.
And voted, yes, please. If you're in our Telegram room, please vote. If you don't have that link to that, all the links are down below to our Telegram rooms. Telegram is free. It is a great messaging app, and you can join our rooms and vote and comment and do all that kind of stuff there. But hey, anything big going on with you boys this week?
Not really.
No.
We'll have to work because we're doing stuff for you.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you really don't work. I mean,
Wow.
really, I think on the panel, I work. I go to work every day. Well, 5 days a week.
You see, I'm a Plex
Unless
whore,
there's a-
right? I don't get time to even do any of my Plex stuff, especially with you.
Yeah, right.
No,
That's
seriously,
bullshit. Because we've
that-
seen your Plex grows every day.
Oh no! Don't tell me that you're one of those that have it. Let you know every time I download a file, right?
I'm your friend on Plex, so
Look,
Yeah.
he spends most of the day clicking through Plex and add to my watch list, add to my watch list. Add to my watch
And
list.
my
Because I don't care what it is. If I click on it, something new that I haven't watched, you see it. You see that it's on his watch list.
it's on not my watch list, Aubyn's watch
Yeah.
list. It's on
Yeah.
Aubyn's watch list. My watch list is probably only like 12 movies long on my watch
No,
list.
yeah,
I bet you Aubyn's in the
Mine's
hundreds.
no more than that.
Oh hell yeah! No.
Gotta be at least 1,000. If you look at in my if you look in my my track, the track will show people. Anybody that's on my track, you can really see how bad it is.
Yeah, there needs to be I don't even know if a 7-step program would be work.
No,
He's like a 20-step.
there is
program. There's a
nothing.
lot of steps.
There's nothing out there. There is nothing out there. They just keep making bigger drives out there, and you know.
Well, hey, we're gonna talk. Hey, we're gonna talk about some big drives here. Aubyn's buy of the week. So we'll cover on that. All right, let's go ahead and we'll toss in. Let me go ahead and share my screen for some of our starting our tech topics. And I meant to mention this. Remember, we had this on the list, Aubyn, last week, and went right past it because last week I actually went to my local Walmart up here in Canada, and they had the Onn boxes. And for the folks that did not know, the Onn box was region blocked about, what was it, in December, November, I guess they started region blocking Canada off of the Onn box that was available in the United States.
Yeah.
I had a number of these devices, and then all of a sudden they were a pain in the butt because it region blocked me. But the good thing is if you had one of those devices from the States, there is a way around it. You could do a hotspot VPN with a PC, and if you ran your VPN as a United States, if you linked into the United States on your VPN, and you ran the PC as a mobile hotspot, you could connect the Onn box to that. And Onn seems to only check for region on that very first boot up when it downloads that very first update. If it checks for region.
So do you think if you had one of those Onn boxes here from the States that you didn't use and you go plug it in now, will they work? Or okay. And
it won't work now.
It won't work
because the United States one is different. I've got one over there.
Okay.
And Eddie can attest to this. In Canada, everything has to be in 2 languages. That's federal.
Oh, that's right.
Everything
Yeah.
has to have. And if you look at, hold on a second, I got one. So I've got the Onn box that one of the ones I bought from. Let's see if I can get it. So this is one that I bought from the United States. Excuse me, last year, and when I first bought some of these, they installed fine. This was during the summer, no problem. It worked just fine. Then when they pushed the region blocking, these no longer would work if they came out of the box. So, and again, you can see it has no French. There's no French on this box. It's only English. And if you looked at this here, it actually has some French on it. And so that's one thing. It probably has to do also with the software that is on the different boxes, as in the applications. The United States has certain networks and subscriptions that are not necessarily available here. Like here, you would be installing Sportsnet or CTV or TSN app or Crave or a few other that are Canadian products that are not available in the US. And so they probably made it to where it's like a little change in the software, because on my boxes downstairs, I'm pretty sure that it's the US apps. I don't see any TSN or anything like that. But so there is a way around it. Once you boot it the first time, then you can turn off the VPN and the boxes work fine. I've got a number of them in the house. I actually, like I said, I went back just this week when they released this, took a box out of I took a brand new box, opened it up, booted up, and immediately I got the out of region. These are intended for the US only. So then I had to do my hotspot and set it up. Once I set it up, then everything was golden. But now in Canada, you're able to buy the Canadian Onn box, which is the same as the other one. It's the same as the US. Only thing difference is the packaging and probably some of the apps. So we've got that going on. I did see a video when I think what was it? UGT posted a video about it. You know, he's Canadian, and he posted, and he was saying that the higher price, but technically it's not, because if you figure in conversion rate,
Right.
it's $49.99, $50 in the US. And I think when I looked on mine, at my local Walmart, it was $74 for this unit. So that's pretty close. That's pretty close to the conversion, though.
Yeah.
Because the Canadian dollar has a lower value than the US dollar. So it comes out just about right for what you would get on it. And I saw that you know, some of the Onn boxes are slowly, I think the prices are going to go up on these things. I don't know if they're going to hold on the price on this thing.
You think so? Because if they
maybe it's Walmart,
if they don't go up, if it's Walmart, you know, I don't see why they would do that if they have different prices compared to here in the States.
Yeah. I don't know.
Everything else normally.
I see the stuff going on. Huh?
Does everything else normally? You know, you think that the prices go up higher in Canada than here in the States for
usually we pay a little more. Now again, you figure in conversion rate.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. What's the conversion rate?
Well, right now I think it's $1.60. So
no. It went up to 72.
Oh, we're up to 72. Oh, shit, I should have converted some of my U.S. money before it went up. But it was as low. It was at 50 cents there not long ago. That the Canadian to American was 50 cents. So if I had $100 US, it became 150 Canadian.
Yes, it's $1.30 right now. Today it's $1.39, but it's been all over. It's all over the place. It's all over the place.
So with the configure conversion rate, the price is pretty comparable. I mean, this is. I'll be honest. I know that a number of us on the panel have these two boxes, but to me, this one here, best bang for the buck for a box. $50 US, or even here $74. That's cheaper than the 4K Fire Sticks. It's cheaper than the Max, which I think that this is better. I think a Max is better than this. So what do you guys think? The Onn box now, and we'll talk in just a minute. They also have the other one that just came out. But so the Onn boxes, I mean, I know a number of you guys have used them, and thoughts on these things.
I like mine. I've got one I use every day in my bedroom, and the only complaint I've had with it is it's not the greatest with extended memory. So I have like a USB flash drive plugged into it,
Yes.
and every once in a while it loses it, and then all my apps are gone. I gotta unplug it, plug it back in. But I had that same issue. I had a Chromecast with Google TV on it before, and it would do the same thing on that. Now, the Shield in my living room, I have a Shield. I don't ever have that issue with a Shield, but that's also a lot more money than what you're paying for that right there.
Yeah,
so.
a lot more.
Yeah.
The Shield is, you're going to be paying double, triple more.
Right.
Yeah. Dave, I know you use a lot.
But I mean, the thing with the Shield is, I mean, I've got some 2017 versions, 2015 versions, and they're still getting updates. That's, I mean, sure, you look at some of these other boxes, you don't see the manufacturers still pushing out updates to them, 10 years later, and they're still just as good, or better than anything else. What I like about the Onns is Fire Sticks. I hate the UI on freaking Fire Sticks. It's just, forcing crap down your throat left and right. So yes, that's what what I do like about the Onn. It's Google. I preferred it when it was the Android TV, but the new ones now they switched to Google, which is fine. Which you can change the launcher very easily, on those. It's not like Amazon trying to block that. So Todd thinks our show's so boring he's watching something else.
No, my phone all of a sudden, that fucking listening. I'm not gonna say the word GEMINI. All of a sudden, I saw it pop up over here, and it was listening, and all of a sudden, it's like, oh, I found your results.
Yeah, right.
It's like, motherfucker, I didn't ask a question of you.
Oh man. Good thing you weren't watching porn.
And Dave, another good thing with these, and you're the one that told me about this, you can optimize, if you go into the developer settings, you can do an optimization on these to make it feel a little bit quicker. As well as the apps only. The apps only screen, which would only show what apps you have, which has a downside because sometimes like your Google Play doesn't show up on there. There's a few things that don't show up on that list. But you want to talk about a clean interface, it will only show you what apps are installed, and that's it. Like, and not the pre-install. And you can go through. I go through on mine, and I'm like, I got rid of, Netflix is off there. All those things are gone, and you can go through and uninstall all of those. So, and to me, especially the box, the 4K, the what's it? Is it the Pro?
The Pro, yes. The big one you held up is the Pro.
To me, I did some emulation on it. So if you're trying to do emulation up to PlayStation 1 without a problem, and you can, and again, you're talking about people say, oh, what's a cheap emulation box? This is about the cheapest you're going to find. $50. You could throw, and it comes with, I think free space is like 20 gigs, 22 gigs of free space, because it offers more than that, but it's not the space you get once you actually have the device. So it's like 20 gigs of free space that you could load in your favorite emulation. I mean, you could have a large library and play just fine. And it does have the Google slips. You were talking about things that drop support. How many times remember the Chromecasts? I mean, how many different versions of Chrome, the Chromecast and the Chrome sticks and all that shit that they support, and then they're like, well, we don't support that no more. Sorry, moving on.
Well, that's like Fire Stick, how they blocked ADB. From it, which shut down, which really hinders launchers and other things that you could do to it. So they're just Amazon's, I don't know, there's just constant ads pushing their stuff, and they're convenient, and I mean, they work all right. I have no problem with them. But if somebody is looking to get something, and I'd always ask them, what do you want to do? If all you want to do is, watch IPTV and watch Plex, the $20 Onn is fine. Okay, if you want to shove in an external hard drive and watch, movies you have just, on a few terabyte drive, then okay, upload to the Pro, put that on. But it's all about what you want to do.
Yep. And you're right. You have to know what you're wanting to do. And if all you're doing is go back and forth to work, you don't need a Ferrari. So
does that new one have an Ethernet port?
This one? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it has an Ethernet.
It's
and
only
it has a USB too.
Yeah,
it's only 100.
Right. It's only 100 megabit port.
Okay.
Which
So
is
the Wi-Fi is actually faster than the Ethernet port.
But that's okay. That's one I see people complain all the time. Oh, it only has 100 megabytes. I have a gig line. Okay, so you're in a household. Say you're in a household with a bunch of people. First of all, if you're streaming 4K, you don't need really more than maybe 15 to 25 to get like a true 4K stream. Okay, so if you had a box and it had a gig and you're sucking up all the stuff so you can watch something while everybody else in your house suffers, you don't need more than freaking 100 megabytes to stream. It's just it's overkill.
Yeah, a lot of times when I hear people complain about stuttering, it's because they're trying to watch a big 80 gigabyte Remux file on a 4K stick that's only got 6 gigs of RAM and can't handle it. And that's what makes it stutter, not your internet speed.
And again, I don't think a lot of people understand that, and I think you're right on that, Spider. What happens is, so you have that big file, it doesn't come to your house into the Fire Stick or whatever device you're using and onto your TV and then gone. It has to buffer ahead. It has to it has to get ahead of what you're watching because internet speeds fluctuate. So it's going to store a certain amount of that file before it starts to play. Right. And so that as your internet speed ups and downs, you have that cushion so that as you're watching it, you don't see that issue. So if you're watching an 80 gig file, and to be honest, even with my Shield, I find that 30 to 40 gig files do better for me. When I get to those 80, I think that there's a lot of sometimes source issues to get speed nice and consistent. So even with I've got good internet, good Wi-Fi, I find that there will be issues at times. But so you've got to, if you're trying to watch these gigantic 4K files on a device that just doesn't have a lot of memory, it needs storage. And so I want to say, like these devices, these small Onn devices, the RAM on this is what, 3 gigs or 2 gigs on I
think it's 2 on the stick and the small ones. It's 3 on the 4K Pro.
Yeah. So you got that much RAM, and then you're only going to have a certain amount of storage that it's able to kind of store that temporarily as you watch it, and then of course it can flush it out to bring in more files. So you're right about, you got to be careful about how big your files are. When people are like, oh, I have issue with 4K, and I'm like, well, yeah, you're right. When they watching a Remux, it's like, first of all, do you need a Remux? I mean, how many languages do you need? Do you have you speak in a language that not everybody speaks? So, you probably could get away with a smaller file that's not a Remux, because a lot of those Remux will have like 10, 12 languages in that one file. So depending on what language you're wanting to do. So yeah, that can be a problem. But I don't know, did you guys see the 4K Plus came out? Now this just dropped this week. And this is kind of a box that's going to fall in between the regular.
Sure.
No, it's going to fall between
the Pro and yes, fall between the small one there for 20 and then the Pro.
Yeah.
That's 49.
I think they'll be getting rid of that smaller square one, replacing it with this one.
Yeah,
What you're going
I
to
think
see.
you're right. I think you're right, because they got this one here. That's that $15 box or something, or stick.
Yeah,
just stay away from that.
Yeah.
Just don't. I mean, it's the $5 you save is not worth it. If you're looking to get the little on stick, just get the regular on, the small on, the square one, because these sticks, they're just the lower set, they're lower on everything. That you're not saving anything on that few bucks that you're going to do. So I think you're right. I think they're going to do this. Yeah.
Dabs, when you went to Walmart, did they have what models they had? Just the one model, the Pro?
No, they had all three. I have a picture on my phone. Now, this is not at my Walmart, because I know mine was $73 for this one here. They had about this many right on the shelf. It was two facings of those, one facing of the Pro, and it was just about this much. And they had quite a few Pros there, and I didn't buy one because someone said, "Oh, did you buy one?" I'm like, I've got 3 Pros from the US here, and the regular one I have about 8. So no, I didn't buy another one just to test it. It's like, no.
With the new one, the Onn Plus, if you go Super Dell got some of them. They have them in his Walmart store, so he does an unboxing and gives you a look at that and everything.
Yeah, and I saw that he posted that yesterday. Again, he's always, I mean, I don't know, Mug, he got some connections at Walmart, because Walmart put something on it. It ain't even on the shelf, and that man got it. So so yeah, I think that this is probably going to replace that middle line one, and it's got a little bit more storage. I think that's where the storage on it is a little bit larger than the other. Well, it says doubling the space of the original. So I think this is where they're going to go with this box here. And again, it's going to be what, $30? You know what I saw on that?
Yeah, $29.98, so $30.
Yeah, you know what? $30, you can't beat it for what you're getting there. And again, if you turn on the developer options, and you're able to do a little bit more tweaking on the UI. Now, I think this opens up a good point, Beach, when we talk about UIs and people bitching about their UI. They're like, I don't like that UI. And I don't know how many of you guys, I haven't done it on any of my devices lately, but running launchers.
Yep.
So
you know me.
Are any of you guys? Well, I know Dave's running a launcher.
I normally
run running launchers, or
I don't run a launcher on either on the Shield or on my 4K Pro. I don't mind dealing with all the freaking ads, because actually there's been times when I've been like, oh, hey, wait, I didn't know about that. Of course, usually it's not very good, because I watched a movie last week that was on one of those ads. And I thought, oh, this could be put on the wheel. And then I watched it. I'm like, no, it'll be the next Crow. It's not going on there. So,
Stam, you guys will not let the Crow go. You will not let that one
go. I normally run a launcher, but I redid my Shield, and I've been mesmerized by looking at some of these other movies that are coming out. But I will go back to my launcher.
So I was looking to see if they had Wolf Launcher. I can't. Let's see. Where's a website for Wolf Launcher?
I don't know.
Because I would have thought.
I think isn't that one the.
Because there's another one now besides Wolf.
There's
there's a bunch of them.
I was looking for. I just wanted some screenshots of it. Is what I was kind of thinking. Let me look up the images. Well, let's see. So this is I'm not going to do the video, but you're able to, in a launcher, what this does is you're able to change the way that your screen looks. So instead of being the default Google TV or the Fire TV interface, what happens is when your device boots up, Wolf Launcher is the very first thing that boots up and it auto launches. And then how you've customized your UI, your interface, it will pull you right there. So it is a little bit longer on that initial boot up because it actually does kind of Fire TV or Google TV starts and then it goes in this. But you can change this Wolf Launcher to look any way you want. I mean, here's another example of somebody that's kind of just put a space background and put their applications on there. So lots of variations on how you may want it to look. And so it's if for people that are, hey, I hate the way that Amazon looks, or you can do these. And so Wolf Launcher, was there any? I'm not sure which one you use.
The ones that I use on my phone that are great. So a lot of these launcher things that you can use on your phone, that are pretty neat.
There was one called Sideload or Sideload Launcher that I paid for years ago. But hey, if you're one of those tinkerers, I mean, again, this is for for the people watching the show that are hobbyists that like to tinker around with the way your interface looks. Take a look into some of the launchers, find out which are some of the newer ones. Again, I don't use them enough to be able to testify on which one's the good one right now. But you can definitely give it a customized look. You don't have to be stuck with the default look of your interface that you've got going on.
Blindside here has this trajectory launcher. You see it there, right?
Projectivity.
Not seen that one, Blindside.
It's in the Play Store.
Okay.
It's in the Google Play Store.
Projectivity, yeah. All right. So again, there's lots of different ones, but you're able to change. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of that Sideload one. Let's see. I was looking for like a list. Here you go.
Yeah.
Changing colors. So yeah. So check it. I mean, if you're a person that's a hobbyist, you like to tinker around with shit, check it out. But yeah, and this is probably, like we say, we're just probably going to replace the Pro. I can't see them having 4 versions of Onn boxes. It doesn't make any sense to have all 4. But again, good device for what you get, for what you pay for. Definitely worth its weight and how much you're paying. Skype is gone. So did you guys happen to see that Skype is no longer?
Yep.
Yeah, it was kind of disappointing because when I was talking with the wife and all this, we used to use Skype all the time. Like with her living here and I was down in the States, and basically Microsoft owns Skype, so this is just going to be folded over into Teams. So Microsoft says that all of your Skype groups or conversations and all that kind of stuff, it's just going to carry over into Teams. So you won't have to worry about losing those conversations or what you've had, but going to be able to go to that. And it just reminds me, you know, with us of an age, I mean, because we're of an age, we remember long distance telephone charges.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That
I had the worst of it.
Yeah.
Because across the street from me is Nassau County, and I'm in Queens, so it was a long distance call for me to call across the street.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that's real. That's real talk. That's
yeah,
real.
it was
That
insane.
shit is real.
Freaking goddamn phone bill would come. Man.
Hey, you didn't want your dad to come to find you after I had my ass whooped more than once off of phone bill when I'm calling the girls in the next town. I mean, next town. But you across the street, that's pretty bad.
I mean, your house. Man.
Hey, your dad said you could yell out the damn window to her instead of calling her.
Yep.
Get 2 cans of wire.
Yeah. I used to sweat it. I used to sweat when the phone bill was coming. I remember as a teenager, I'd be sweating like, oh God, when's that phone bill coming? Because I knew I made long distance calls. But you think about it, guys. I mean, we go to the Skype and all that kind of stuff where we were able to make those calls from anywhere on any computer. And I remember some of the first, what was it? Wasn't Load Jack. Remember there used to, the very first thing was like a USB stick.
Magic Jack.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Had the old Magic Jack, and you used to plug it into your PC, and you were able to plug your phone into it and make calls. And that was, oh my God, we can make calls. So it is kind of an end of an era, but
never a long distance call.
Yeah.
When you would just go away with it. Great.
Yep. Well, and then you had a phone number. People could, reach you on that phone number. Really neat feature. So it's sad to see Skype go. I think that it said that it was a victim of stuff like Zoom and
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. It was a victim of WhatsApp, and there was another one, Slack. I never used Slack. Yeah. But hey, some Skype calls late at night, man. You never know, feeling a little lonely. Call the baby up on Skype.
Yep.
But so it's sad to see that stuff go. But I just think of all of us of an age, we remember everything was on a phone line, and those are yesteryear, unless you're somebody that's 70 years old or plus now.
You talking about me?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't throwing those stones, but we know who's got a landline in here.
Yep.
But yeah, it's sad to see these kind of technology that came up, and you're only the big dog for so long, because technology just moves so fast. I'll tell you this: the guys that created Skype and sold that mug early on, they were the smartest. What was it? I think I saw in here.
It was like 8 billion or something, I think.
2.6 billion is what they sold for.
Wow.
eBay purchased Skype for 2.6 billion. Them boys were laughing to the bank.
Yep.
This was in 2005.
Wow.
They got their money and ran, and good gosh, that was, and here it is, 2025, and it's done.
Yeah.
And so it's 22 years, because look at 2003 is when it started. So, so it's sad to see that go away, but it just shows how technology really moves at a really fast pace. One of these other topics we had here was speaking of, Beach was talking about Nvidia and how they continue to update.
Yep.
Here's an example. Didn't even know this was even coming out until Sunday morning or something, when I turned on my device and it says, "Oh, update available." All right. More updates from Nvidia Shield. Again, more bug fixes. I think people complained. There was quite a few people that had issues on the 9.2 update. So now we have a newer version. Goes through. It fixed some audio issues. I think there was some Plex issues in there. Let me see. Here we go. Oh, yeah, this one won't let me get. Yeah, some resolution issues with the GeForce Now, so that's for when you're gaming. Some Dolby Vision stuttering at certain times. Sometimes. Yeah, fixes playback issues in Plex when you're using 5.1 audio.
Yeah.
So yeah, nice to see it. And again, this update, even the 2015 models are getting the same update.
Yeah.
So when we talk, people bitch and complain about the Nvidia Shield. Oh, it's overkill. You don't need it.
Nope.
It's a waste of your money. Blah da 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 da. Yeah, was it too much money? Sure, it's a lot of money. But
if they went, and I'm happy with mine. And if they went out and made a new one, I'd go out and buy it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I trust it.
Hands down, I'd go out and buy it.
I bought my 2015. I think I bought it like the first couple weeks. As soon as I heard it was being released, I bought it. And I remember people like, "You paid way too much. That's ridiculous. You're just streaming." I'm like, you know what? I wanted to have it. And I bought the 500 gigger. You know, I didn't fuck around. I bought the big one.
Right.
But you know what? It runs great. It does. And I've owned 4 of them, five of them. I've bought 5, and each time when I've went from the 2015 up and then 2017, I bought those, sold my 2015. When the 2019, I went ahead and bought the 2019, sold my 2017s, and I actually was on Marketplace. And this is, word of advice for you guys. If you want an Nvidia Shield and you bitch and complain because it's too much, go into Marketplace, add a search. You can go and tell it to do kind of just be searching on a regular basis and alert you when it finds one. Do a search and kind of a filter for Nvidia Shields. And I lucked up and found somebody selling one, and they said $125 in this thing. So I sent a message. I said, "Hey, I'll meet you right now for $100." And it came with the gamepad, and it came with it came with one of these remotes, not the 15, but the 17, which I don't mind. I like this remote. I think this is the slickest remote, other than you losing it in the damn couch. That is the downside of these, because you can see you will lose this in the couch. I love the feel of these. And so the guy came, it had this, one of these, and the device, it was $100. And I was like, "Where do you want to meet?"
Yeah.
Met him and came home and plugged it in, ran fine. And so, if you don't want to pay the $179 or $199, whatever it is there in the US, put it in Marketplace. Do it just, and you'll get an alert when they pop up. And maybe the people are asking too much, and you can say no, but give it a little while. Maybe it'll take a year, but you'll come across somebody trying to sell one because they just don't use it. So they're like, "Hey, I just want it out of the house." And you might luck up on grabbing a good deal. So let's go ahead and talk about your sale, your deal of the week.
Well, it wasn't even my deal, but
but I thought of you though when I saw this.
Oh.
I thought of you.
Yeah.
So I still am sharing, ain't I?
Yeah, you're sharing it.
Okay, all right. Just let me know if, like, you know how sometimes my computer will all of a sudden stop sharing. 24 terabyte Seagate external hard drive, and it came out to $279. That's a pretty good deal. Now people are going to say, "Well, I can get a cheaper." I can get a cheaper internal, but then you got to run to, there's other.
I'd rather internal.
Of course you would. I mean, yeah, but for just your average user,
Yeah, that's great. That's great
external
price. You know.
is easy.
Yeah.
And 24 terabytes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
it'd take you even a few minutes to fill that up.
A few minutes. Yeah.
So, yeah, check it out. I mean, this is I think this is a decent deal. This is you know, if you're looking for something, a really big hard drive, partition it off. I mean, if you're looking at something like this, don't leave all of it as one partition. Take and break it up into three. Break it up into 3 8-terabyte partitions, or break it up into 2 12-terabyte partitions. Put your Plex on one, and back up all of whatever files you're wanting to back up on the other. I mean, I've got 2 externals right over here plugged up. One is my Plex, and one is for me and all of the stuff I collect. Yeah. So definitely worth checking out. What was that? Best Buy, I think I saw that. I think it's here. Amazon. Excuse me.
Amazon.
So yeah, just check it out. I think it's a pretty good deal.
All right. You forgot about that other one there. You were skipping over that.
What did I not add in here, brother?
If you look at the
Stremio.
Yeah. Look at Stremio right over it. Okay.
Yes, there you go. Thank you. Yes, that's because I don't have a link to that. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay.
Because that was it doesn't really have a website.
Right.
Let me see if I can. Because I did want to mention, because I know some of you guys use Stremio. So Stremio did a couple things. They came out with some extra players. Now, one is I'm going to call it a scraper. It's a new scraper package that is Knightcrawler, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So crawler. Yeah, because someone shared this in our Telegram room, so that's why I don't have the link.
Yeah.
And of course, it's not gonna. And it was Knightcrawler, but it was through hosts. No. What's that package that it uses for this?
Through the Bootstrap or whatever.
Elf.
Yeah, Elf hosted.
Elf hosted. There you go. Elf hosted. So this, for people that don't use Stremio, Stremio has extra plugins that you can get, and of course I can't find the damn. How could it got posted in our room, and now I can't find it. So Elf host, they have another Elf host. They have another of plugins.
Star Wars plugin. Star Wars.
Well, then there's two different ones, because then there's the Star Wars plugin. So you have this Elf hosting, which gives you a new scraper.
Mm-hmm.
So it could expand, and I want to say Torrento gives you the ability to some expanded. So for the folks that are Stremio users, it kind of gives you some more sources to pull from. And also on Stremio, somebody released a plugin for Star Wars. So it is only Star Wars, and it made for movies, TV shows, documentaries, Star Wars, and more Star Wars. So that was another plugin that someone had created, or just a regular user created it, and it's a super library of just Star Wars stuff. And if you're into, and you're like, well, I only use Kodi, and that's what you actually can go on Trakt and Trakt has some Star Wars lists. Now you'll have, it doesn't have it all in one. Go ahead.
No, I just said lists.
Yeah, it has lists though, but usually they're broken up into TV or movies. Right. It's not like one big list of like the one for Stremio. It's all in one all encompassing. So you can go into Trakt. Let's see. Trakt TV, Discover, and we can do a little bit of Star Wars. And we can do this under lists.
Sorts by lists, yeah.
Yeah. So go to lists, and you've got a number of different people that will have these lists for just Star Wars stuff. So again, different people will do different ones. This is like all, you know, TV shows. So this is all TV shows. So if you're a Kodi user and you want to check out, you definitely use some of the. This is Star Trek and Star Wars. Mm-hmm. And as we can see, I mean, this list here is
that in order?
40 items in this list. So it doesn't have as many as I thought, but these are all, looks like a lot of movies. So
yeah, last week someone had posted for Stremio a Marvel app plugin, and then they made a DC one, same thing. And then this week they came out with the Star Wars one.
Okay.
And then I want to think Ghost in his add-on, I think he has lists set up like that in the Ghost add-on.
Yeah, that's good point. There are some add-ons that do it. So you said the Ghost add-on is doing. I know several add-ons will have those particular lists. Did Andrew jump in here?
Yeah, he's here.
What's up, Andrew? I thought I heard the click.
Yeah.
Hello.
So here is this one here for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. What is cool about this is that it does it in the order that you technically should be watching this if you're in the cinematic universe in their timeline. Mm-hmm. So if you, and again, this is a list you can add it to your favorites. All over the place.
Yeah.
And you go from it'll go from movie, then to the show, then back to some movies, and it will do it in their chronological order. So, you know, this is I think he's missing something on this one, because where is the where's Endgame and
well, maybe he didn't update it yet.
Yeah. So this list here is running a little bit short, but there are a number of these ones that have the cinematic universe, which is, to me, pretty cool because you're able to watch them in the proper order. And I want, you know what? I think if you go to Discover, this is their official one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is their official one.
And how many in that list?
Yep. 217.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
So this has all the TV episodes, and it actually gives you where you can read more about which is all of them in there. Which again, they do it by episodes.
Yep.
So you know, it's if you're wanting to be a real Marvel freak, and again, these lists are at the bottom of. When you go to the bottom of Discover, these are all lists that they sponsor or they keep up with, and so they stay updated. All right, so
you have the site?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Hold on. Wait. You know what? Gotta have this.
Okay, the site of the week is Sounds of the Forest. So this one here you can. It has all different sounds from these different forests. You'll hear birds and all kinds of stuff. You can go someplace there and go down.
Let's go.
Oh.
I want to go to North Kakalaki.
Okay.
No, let's go over here. Let's go over here to the island.
Okay. Which island?
I don't. Oh, we're gonna go over here to the UK.
Okay.
Andrew, where do we want to go with this? I want to know some of
Manchester.
your.
Go to Manchester.
Well, where's Manchester?
I
don't know.
Scroll down.
You see Liverpool? Is it not far from Liverpool?
Liverpool, Manchester.
Yeah, my name.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Chester.
Oh,
There's Manchester.
Yeah.
So we want to listen to a little bit of these. It's all right. So let's. Oh no,
Oh,
we're not going to hear it.
Yeah, we're not. I hear it.
Watch.
Is it-
We're not going to. I bet you money because of my computer. See, it's playing the birds.
It's gotta. You know what it's gotta be? It's gotta be a thing to turn off for the sites. There's a thing in. I'll look at it later. But there's a thing in a setting in there for the browser.
Your browser shared it.
Yeah,
Why don't you-
okay,
why don't
hold
we
on.
let you do it.
Yeah, one second. Let me open it up here.
Let's let you do it. Yeah, for some reason I'm sharing the audio from mine, but for some reason it's it says right here sound is turned on, so I don't know why. It don't like me. So let's hear. Yeah, we want to hear some woods up there in Manchester.
what the
I want to hear,
northeast?
I want to hear
Geordie
Robin
ones.
Hood. The Geordie.
The Geordie birds.
The Geordie birds. Is that a Geordie bird over there?
Let me just share this.
Well, while Aubyn's doing that,
Yeah, hold on. I'm almost there.
I will have this video is coming out probably tomorrow. I'm doing the full video. I did an unboxing video, which is just kind of a little teaser. I'm doing a full video on this box, on this device tomorrow. Be honest, I'll tell you this it's pretty cool. It is a pretty cool device. If you're into playing some arcade games as well, or not just retro or retro Pi or computer, but if you want to hook this up to a PlayStation 2, a PlayStation 3, a Switch, you can plug this into any of those devices and use the control deck for your games. They do have for those things you will need adapters for some of this stuff. So just FYI.
Trying to find this thing here.
Here, do you want me to send you the link?
No, I have that open. I'm trying to find where it shows a tab. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. Okay, you guys are seeing that?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. So where in the UK we're going now?
Up a little bit north. Keep going. Up a little bit. There. Keep going in. Down a little bit and then zoom. Down.
There's nothing in mine.
No, isn't he up?
There's no
further?
You don't have no woods?
We've got woods.
But where?
Birds in them.
Down. Manchester.
What were we looking for? I thought Manchester was.
Manchester.
Oh, there goes Manchester.
Yeah.
Northwest Manchester.
West Manchester?
Northwest. That's where Manchester is.
But it says Manchester here.
Yeah, that's it. It's in the northwest. That is what I was saying.
Oh, it's in the northwest.
The northwest of the island. This is geography class, folks. No, just hit the play on the left.
Yeah. You guys hearing it?
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut that damn bird up. Where's my gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, switch to another. Check another woods.
Go to where Andrew is.
There you go.
I don't think there's anything there, Eddie.
No.
Go to Cumbria.
Same damn bird.
Cumbria.
Cumbria. That's a bit higher.
Cumbria. Yeah.
You're up this way, right?
Yeah. Go to Cumbria. See if there's a place called Cockermouth.
Cockermouth.
Cock-
Watch your mouth. This is a family
Mouth.
show.
What are you looking at me? Let me
It's
look
a
at
family show.
That's what it's called. Cockermouth.
Coppermouth.
Cockermouth.
And it's up further up.
It's in Cumbria. It's up. Yeah.
Okay.
Like north. Yeah, northwest.
Northwest.
Cockermouth.
Okay.
Oh, Cockermouth.
Cockermouth.
Yeah, Carlisle.
It's near Carlisle.
I'll be back in a second.
Oh, sure. Now really leave me lost.
You're not.
Leave me
Just,
lost.
well, just pick a woods. Let's pick another woods. Just find us a random woods.
What's
Yeah.
I want to know if it's the same damn bird. 'Cause I heard the same damn bird. All right, that's a different bird.
Yeah.
All right, I was just checking.
different birds?
I was like thinking a second. There was the damn same bird. They were trying to fool me.
You can go to your nearest forest and record your birds and put them on the site.
Whoa! You can wait. You can upload your own birds.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
see, look at Andrew needs to do that. He needs
Yeah,
to go to the woods.
Cook them out and see if we what we actually hear. Birds or
Here's some crackheads. You be hearing some crack. What do I get for $10?
What I get for $10? Oh my gosh!
All right, so that's the side of the week. All right, so so what kind of sporting
Okay.
events do we
Hold on,
have
wait.
going on for
Before
other?
that, hold on.
Oh wait,
a second, let me
Yeah.
stop showing this. Come back here. Get rid of this.
oh,
Before
you know
we
what you didn't
record,
send me?
Oh, okay. I'll send it to you.
Okay, yeah.
In a second here. 1 second. Sports. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just get down here.
Sorry, folks. He's not used to having to actually
Work.
pull open his computer. He's not used to working like this.
That's sports. Because so everyone else knows, everything is on a list that goes straight down that we should be doing it in, but Todd never looks at it. So of course, so I'm running the show, going up and down, up and down. Whoa, what's he talking about now? Oh, let me go here.
I like to just be free flowing, man. You know me.
You're raw, you know. Oh gosh, it's too much.
I'm back.
Oh, you back?
Was there any birds in
So,
Cockermouth?
Listen, we need you to go to Cockermouth, and you can upload, what's going on in the forest out there.
I want the crackheads. Record the crackheads and upload them.
It'll just be the birds going.
That's who doing that?
The birds? The Cockermouth birds?
Oh. Oh my god! When I go to England, I got to go there. I'm going.
Yeah.
To Cockermouth.
The Cockermouth.
I'm going to Cockermouth. All right. So is this tomorrow?
This is tomorrow. UFC 315. It's a UFC event.
Oh. 3:15. I didn't realize
yeah.
3:15.
Yeah, we're at 315. The main card is at 10 p.m. Eastern, and it's going to be in Canada. Yeah, like I said, main card at
Joe won't be there, crybaby.
oh.
Remember, he don't go to Canada.
Yeah, don't go to Canada. Main card is actually, well, I don't know. We'll see who shows up there. But main card is at 10. Prelims are at 8 p.m. and the early prelims are at 6:30 p.m. So I'll be in big screen with it. Hopefully, I'm still trying to get things straightened out with it, but I'm definitely watching that tomorrow. It's going to be some place to see.
Are you going to be watching that Hard Knocks fight thing is going to be on, And your girl there, your favorite ring girl, is fighting again. She is in a title fight.
Oh, great. And that's on the Hard Knocks?
Yep. Hard Knocks Fight Night. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that tonight or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
What time do you know? Is that 7?
I
think so.
Okay.
I can't remember. I
think it's 8 p.m. this time.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking. They had the about sheet posted, and I was looking through that.
Okay.
It won't be as good as Tough Man, where we have all the amateurs. So these are actually people that know how to fucking box.
Nah, it's a mixture of both.
Okay. All right. Well, let's hope some.
Okay.
Not such good fighters.
All right. Before we spin this, let's just let everyone know what's there. For the wheel, green is Bratz for Andrew. I'm in purple with Locked. Dabs is in red with Carry On. Eddie's in gray with Last Breath. The Beach is in blue with Conclave. And Jason's in yellow with Gladiator 2. Right, okay, so...
And the winner is...
Last Breath, it looks like.
Last Breath.
Eddie wins again.
What the hell?
Yeah. Eddie. All right, Eddie.
Thanks.
All right, let's see. I'll take a look at what this Last Breath is.
Another true story.
Oh my God,
man, we're getting a lot of those.
He lived them all. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Woody Harrelson. All right. Let's see who's the cast in this. Oh, Finn. All right. So, true story. This is what we're gonna watch. Last Breath.
All right.
So I haven't seen this one, so this will be a true story of that.
So you want to actually wait till Thursday to watch it with all of us?
Usually I do.
No, you don't.
If he's not busy, you know.
I'll have to see. I might be busy. Mama might have something. All right, so that's what we got to watch next week. So hey, let's throw the intro to our next.
Okay.
Going into that. All right, welcome to the second half of our show, which is the Player Pass segment of the show, where we will review a movie, and we're going to give you our thoughts, our honest opinion on these movies. And there will be, we're going to give you spoilers, and if you're soft-hearted, you might want to turn away because we talk some shit about it, something we don't like. So here it is, Death of a Unicorn, which is Dave's movie, The Beach. Dave, do you want to say anything before we start talking about this?
All right. Like I said, I went through a shit ton of movies to find something I could actually watch. And of the shit movies that were out there, this was the least shittiest of them all. And if you remember last week when I told you, it is not great, but it was the best one I was able to find. Was it great? No. Was it horrible? I didn't think so. There were parts in it that made me chuckle. There were, a lot of little lines where Taya Leone, and she was talking with, you see the other two unicorns, and she used that line, "I hate to be a size queen, but that horn on that other one was quite girthy," Things that. And when Griff was carrying the grandfather clock, to use it to block the door, and he's like, "This is a waste of time," Then the kid snorting and freaking smoking the unicorn horn powder and stuff like that. So there were some things in there that gave you chuckles every now and then. Paul Rudd there having breakfast, and he goes like, "There's not an omelet station," And next thing you know, the guy scrambles off to go come back and make some freaking omelet. So, yeah, I figured a lot of people would hate it, but I thought maybe one or two people might like it. So this will be, since I've been doing Player Pass, this will be the first movie I've ever picked that is going to be a pass. Wow, I'm
You
shocked.
sure about it?
Oh yeah.
I guarantee you.
The mug keeping records. He keeps
Are you
records.
sure?
Oh, trust me, there's people who've not liked a movie, like one or two people, but the majority, they have always been all plays.
There's no way we played on Jerry Curls. Not a chance.
That was not my pick.
Jerry Curls was mine, I think, right?
Oh God!
Yes, it was.
I thought that was yours, Dave.
No, hell no.
You've been strategic. You finally slipped up.
Yeah, well, like I said, I went through and I looked, and it's like I was saying the other week. I kept hearing all these and reading these great reviews about this movie Black Bag, and my God, that was an hour and a half of nothing happening, and it sucked. So, and if you opened up my Plex right now, you would see there's about 10 movies, and they continue watching. They have about an hour and a half left in them because I couldn't take longer than 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. I did know that just came up. I did notice that. I was going to mention it at the time. That little fact that just came on the screen about the sensors.
About the what?
About the sensors.
The little thing it's showing up there now.
Yeah.
I did notice that it was like the same as the one from Aliens.
Right.
Well, they probably reused the sound, saved some money. Wasted on bad CGI.
That's what I thought was funny, because I said, when was this made? When did this come out? Because she looked really young.
Yeah.
And I think Dave, was it you that said that it was started production in 23?
July of 2023 was when
and was it also you that said, there would have been the spent time adding CGI or something?
I figured that's why if they, to actually film it, wouldn't take that long. But I figured there's all the unicorns and all that in After Effects. CGI, that's what would take long.
I feel like they must have spent a couple of weeks on the CGI and then just spent the next couple of years just twiddling their thumbs, because my God, if that's 2 years worth of CGI, I'm worried.
Yeah, like the close-ups and stuff of the unicorns are great, but when they tried to do action with the unicorns, that's when it all fell apart. Like when the car hits it and you see the car lands weird, and I was like, a car wouldn't shake like that when it freaking spins around or whatever. It's like, ugh. And then when I think it was Taya Leone's body got flipped around, I was like, okay, that doesn't look at all natural. It looks completely fake.
To me, Paul Rudd was, I don't know.
Blah.
I mean, blah.
Yeah, he wasn't himself. Yeah.
Just blah. I'm like, did he take an antidepressant before he started shooting? Because
did he ever play a dad before?
Yeah,
in Ant-Man, he's a dad.
Yeah.
But he was just so blah in it. I mean, yes, I do admit, Dave, there was a couple little lines that were funny, and the snorting, the guy that he's smoking the unicorn horn, he's snorting it. That mug do anything to get, and I'm like, how much do you got to keep doing? And I didn't see him get any smarter. I mean, he didn't gain in any intelligence or make himself any better when he did it. I'm like, okay, he needed to, like, maybe if he could become a better him, because he said, I'm a better me. I'm like, not really. Don't really see anything. And I just felt like you felt it was predictable when you see the dad that's, almost dead, and Paul's there to just be the lawyer to help as the transition as kind of CEO. But you knew that, well, they're going to take the unicorn blood and give it to him, and he's going to be great. But just felt like it dragged along, and you can't. I mean, it's R-rated. You can't say, well, this is for the kids, because some stuff we watch that maybe it's not for me, it's made for the kids. You can't even say this is for the kids because it's rated R, and it's got some pretty rough language.
Yeah. It's a fucking unicorn.
Yeah, just violence. And violence and that kind of that gore where ripped in half, and like when the unicorn was ripping his mom apart, like eating her, like, and then he couldn't shoot it. And she's like, do it. And he's got the bow and it's like ripping her guts out, and then he's like, I can't do it. It's like, but I don't know.
He could do it. He just didn't want to.
Yeah, it was flat. Well,
go ahead.
Well, go ahead, Alvin.
We were watching it in big screen last night, and the point where I got up to till I got kicked out, I liked it. Although which no one has talked about was how dark this movie was, meaning how filmed dark, where you couldn't see anything.
Yeah, you're right.
And that drove me crazy, because then when I continued on watching it, on my TV, like, Jesus, how is anyone supposed to see what the hell is going on?
Yeah, Auburn Willa kept complaining about that the whole time too, and I think Leon said.
But I figured that they're on Quest 3, and I figured they had their contrast turned down to save battery, because when you do that, you would lose it. Because I
didn't notice that on my Quest 2.
But even on my TV.
On my TV, it was dark because
it was dark on my TV.
Shannon says, damn, can you even see what they're doing? So I changed, how you can change picture? I was changing. I'm like, let me go to the bright bright settings.
I gotta find
still couldn't hardly see.
I gotta find an app that will brighten, all of my video. You know what I mean? Even if I have to redo the file or something and make it bright, because it drives me crazy. I can't tell you how much that pisses me off, because you hear everything going on, but you can't see nothing. So what good is it? It's not, to me, that's not considered a film. Might as well be a freaking podcast. It really bugs me. I was like, what are these guys filming? What are they standing there with a camera for? Or the editor? Or it's the editor. What the hell is the editor looking at?
I know if you have a 4K TV that doesn't do HDR very well, that will cause those darkness in scenes like that at night. So I used to, because I had a Samsung was like that, so I used to watch the 1080p version.
Right.
And then you don't have that issue on those, or find the file that has SDR instead of HDR.
Okay.
And then it won't be so dark.
I was watching the 1080, and
it was still too dark.
It was still too dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just went through, on my picture settings, and I can't remember if I turned it to which cinema, because if I go to that cinema, it has one where I can change the level lighting. And even with me turning it up, I could make out what they were doing, but you really you couldn't, I could just see the shadows in.
Yeah. But that drove me crazy with it. Then all of a sudden, it was like the movie just took a turn, and I was like, "What in the hell is going on here?" And then it really started to lose me. And then it comes in, and by the time it got to the end, I was just like, I don't know. Sorry, Dave. I thought it was good at first, but then it just wasn't doing it for me. It was not doing it for me. Okay.
Another bratty teenager.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
That's
and the thing is, I
how
love
many movies
Jen
have
Ortega.
a bratty teenager you got to deal with?
I know, and I love Jen Ortega, but sure, we, a bratty teenager. No one listened to her because if people just would have listened in the first place, we wouldn't be, in the position that they were in. All right.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was trying to be a comedy, if it was trying to be a scary movie, because it's got a few scenes where they try and jump scare you. And then it's like, is this a father-daughter bonding movie? It's
right.
Pick a theme and stick with it.
Right, and the thing is, it's listed as a comedy. And it's
dark
just like,
comedy. It says dark comedy.
Dark comedy first, or what was listed first?
Dark comedy.
Dark
comedy, dark fantasy.
Well, I didn't put dark in our
it did say that it was dark, so that's why it was filmed so dark. So that makes sense now. That completely makes sense. It says dark comedy. Well, it was
dark comedy, not one black person.
It was a comedy, but it was just dark.
No black person.
Yeah, hey, the unicorns were black.
That's right. Yeah, that's the other thing.
No, they were white at the end, though.
They white at the end. All put in and how the thing is black. I'm like, how?
Well, they were only black,
only black when they were bad.
Yeah.
When they were bad guys, they were black.
Were they black? So once they got happy, they were white.
Wow.
You read into how you want there. I didn't make the movie. Just saying.
They whitewashed the unicorns.
Another reason I hate this movie.
It's a
goddamn racist movie.
Yep. See, damn Hollywood. We thought Hollywood was.
No,
we thought it was a bunch of.
Look what color it is on the picture.
Yeah.
That color wasn't there.
No.
He was darker in the wood, so darker to berry.
Well, you see that the film was set in Canada.
I thought it was in Hungary.
Not one bit of snow. Must have CGI'd all that out.
It's
it might have been
summertime.
filmed there.
Canada doesn't. It's not cold all the time. I mean, I'm starting to see spring come.
It's cold
spring
all the
almost
time.
Here.
It's always cold. There's always snow. Everyone's got a moose.
I'm waiting to. I have yet to see a damn moose.
Yeah.
Been here 3 years.
Are you sure you're in Canada?
Moose?
You gotta know north.
Yeah, I don't think I really am Canada. This is probably not Canada.
It's not. It's no part of New York.
North.
Okay, I'll give you my point of view of this.
Yeah.
I got 20 minutes into the movie and I'm asking myself, should I make an application to get my time, return my 1 hour and 47 minutes? I couldn't get into this thing. It didn't. There's not.
Can I get my time back?
There's
Talk to HR about that.
Not one part of that movie, rang a bell with me. I watched the whole movie, but even the CGI, I'm saying could be my eyes because I need cataract removal. But I'm just saying the CGI sucks. Like AUBYN said, there was a lot of scenes that were really dark. And what I noticed, when they were charging around inside the building with the unicorns, you couldn't hear their hoofs hitting the ground.
Right.
You're saying they're running around on a stone or wood, and you can't even hear the leg, the beats of the legs going around, But I got to the end and I said, "Holy shit, I need a refund on this one." My application.
I want to know. Sorry, Eddie, go on.
No, my application is already in for 1 hour and 47 minutes refund.
Yeah.
Well, you're not
we're gonna
getting that
send
from
to
Chad.
HR. We'll send it to HR. See what happens with that.
Okay.
I want to know how Paul Rudd outran a goddamn unicorn through the woods.
They were slow unicorns. I don't think the unicorn didn't want to kill him. It was just the unicorn was just trying to scare him.
It wanted the horn, didn't it?
Yeah, it said, "Oh, I got a horn for you, man." And whenever she was reaching to grab a hold of that thing, I was like, "Whoa, I'm uncomfortable."
This thing had a couple of chuckles in it, and that was about it for me. The CGI I thought was terrible. I just didn't. The whole plot was stupid, and yeah, I didn't enjoy it. There's like a couple of light-hearted chuckles in it, and that was it.
Nominated. Look at here. Audience award. Headliner.
Nominated for that.
Yeah. At the S8. Is that Saswa Hall? What film festival is this?
South by Southwest.
They must all. I think it's one of those ones where everyone takes weed.
No, it's South by
Smoke
Southwest.
a big fatty. Yeah, do a couple lines of your unicorn horn.
All right. Is that
So
everybody?
I'm looking. Did anybody in the side? I don't even. Did anybody in our side chat even watch this movie? I don't even see anybody even giving us.
Leon did. Leon.
Okay.
Yeah, Leon watched it with us.
All right. What did Leon? Let me see.
Leon didn't like it.
Oh, Leon didn't like it. Okay.
People heard the word unicorn and they were like, "Nah, pass." Not even touching that.
People said, "Nah."
Nope.
Nah.
Yeah, nope.
Well, hey, look at what we do for this show. We watch
I know.
some
God, I wish
bad
I was
films,
Richard right
even
now.
if we don't want to. We still watch it.
I wish I never seen it.
Well, all right. You've got small kids. Is this going to be one of the? You gonna put this on a Saturday afternoon? Kids,
No.
gather around the telly.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna watch a unicorn movie, kids. Get your blankets because it's a little bit dark. Get your snuggies.
Now here's the bit where Paul Rudd runs faster than a unicorn.
It was predictable though. You really felt predictable. Of course, they're gonna try to, get rich off of it, and we're gonna give this to all the rich people so they can live forever. And again, why wasn't that guy, the son, getting any better or younger or better looking or whatever? And he's snorting it, smoking it.
Yep.
I mean, that mug. I mean, the only thing he didn't do with that horn is put it where we don't want to, talk about it. He was doing everything with that horn and was not getting any better.
I mean, it made him super
Grandpa
smart.
just like fucking got young and vibrant and he just got one dose.
Unless the idea was that before that he was just completely stupid because he didn't do anything for himself, did he? And then his smartness was just like basically he was managed to understand what the scripture things were, what they were showing him. That's how smart he got. And then he understood like about the oxygen tank or whatever. But he was like, I'm a genius.
Genius. I think that was just called common. He went from really dumb to common sense.
Yeah.
So didn't go real high, just up a notch.
What was the budget on that movie?
Probably too high.
Too high? You should ask for a refund too.
I think the budget on the CGI was about 20 quid.
20 quid.
I think they got a CGI app and they just got a free trial or something and they just use that.
They didn't even buy the real app. They just use the trial version.
There'll be a watermark in there somewhere.
Yeah.
But that's why they made it so dark so you couldn't see the watermark.
Yeah, that's right. Andrew's right. It's exactly what they did. Fucking had the damn free trial version. They said they're not going to get us like that. We'll smarten up. Yeah, make it dark. They won't see it.
All right.
All right.
Do a vote then?
I'm sorry, Dave. Do you have anything? You know, I know that you kind of gave a, hey, you told us last week, but anything?
You want to apologize or?
Oh, shit.
Oh, and okay. I'm going to apologize for the shit you guys have made me fucking watch over the 3 years we've been doing this thing. And I
You've watched.
fucking
Hold on a second. You've
It's more
watched
than 3 years.
Faculty. You've watched Jerry Kills. You've watched Harry Potter with guns. All good movies. All good movies.
Yeah.
Guns Akimbo.
But
Guns
don't forget about
Akimbo.
1244.
You've watched every single Matthew McConaughey movie.
I mean, all the shit
These are all
had to sit
classics.
and watch
classics.
through. I mean, I could whip up my fucking graveyard of tombstones of the horrible fucking movies we watch, and you notice there's my name isn't on one of those fucking tombstones. You know?
Well,
That's
they
because
know.
you make
I'm making
you
a
do
list.
the graphics. You do the graphics for the tombstones, so of course they don't have none of yours. You don't have.
Well,
to.
that's because I pick fucking class movies. Normally,
Until
if
now.
I pick it, it's a good one.
Well, congratulations. You're going to get to see a toilet thing.
This is my first one that people didn't like, and like I said, going into it, there is absolutely shit out there to watch that is good. I mean, I was going to go when it was coming around. I was going to put like the Captain America, the Brave New World, but that thing's the dog shit. That thing sucks. Okay, I was going to do the Jason Statham movie, A Working Man. That movie sucks. You know, so I can just pick a popular movie that everybody's probably watched, and there'll probably be some people who like it. But yeah, I always like to try and find something different, and this was different.
You're
We
swinging
only
for the
don't-
fences.
We
At
don't.
least you're consistent.
we don't
It's
watch
either a movie everyone
where
loves or it's the
people
one
get
everyone hates.
stabbed and ripped apart and all that shit. So
I'm gonna
you know, I
Reach up
took a
and grab
risk.
another
with-
Matthew McConaughey movie here.
Oh my god! I'll just if I can't find something, I'm just going to the vault and fucking. If Eddie and Auburn are bringing up movies from 2023, I'm going back in fucking time too.
They should have cast Matthew McConaughey as the unicorn.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Popped into
leave
the house.
Matthew
All
alone.
right.
You know, you and me, we can go scrapping. You be talking about Matthew. You know, you can talk about all them other actors. Leave my Matthew alone.
I'm
Leave
just
him
saying he would have
alone.
made it better if he was the unicorn.
Yeah.
Like the unicorn busting down the door and going, all right. Where's that unicorn horn?
That would have been awesome. that would have made.
That would have been funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah. All right. All right. Hey, let's go ahead and get our vote in here so we can talk about some of the other shows and stuff for the week. Let's see. So if you guys are over in the side chat, if you've watched this movie, give us a play or a pass. Play means you would recommend this to some people and you know who you could recommend it to. Pass is that you hope this gets a tombstone. So, you know, that's your call. You guys decide over in the side chat. We're going to run through the panel here. Andrew, so for this movie, oh shit, it disappeared on me. Hold on a second. Look, it was like it got so dark I couldn't see.
I'm not even waiting. I'm not even waiting.
Death of a Unicorn. All right, so you give it up.
Bring on the toilet.
Andrew has been waiting so long to shit on one of my movies. He was excited. He was hoping he would hate Kneecap. He was looking forward to hating Kneecap.
I was really looking forward to hitting Kneecap. I can't believe it.
So now, finally, I have a movie that he can fucking rag on.
Every
This is the
dog has their
beginning.
day.
This is the beautiful beginning of Dave's downfall. Every movie
Yeah.
from now on.
Yeah, he is. He's gonna be.
He's run out of good
The
movies.
slide has begun. All right, Eddie, what are you thinking of Death of a Unicorn? Is it the death of this movie, or is it a play or a pass for you, bud?
Well, if the HR department gets my request for an hour and 47 minutes, it is still a pass.
Okay.
Hey, good luck, because your request for the time back is there with me and Aubyn's request for a fucking raise.
Moving on. HR says moving on. The Beach, what do you think of this? Does this movie get a play or a pass?
Well, I would like to thank the 25% of people who voted and gave it a play in the Player Pass Telegram group. You are true cinema fans and know what a class movie is, while these uncultured barbarians, they're ready for Weekend at Bernie's, or Fast and the Furious 25. So they can watch that. But the true cinema fans that voted with me, that gave this movie a stellar play. Thank you for the love of this fine film.
Oh my God. I think you've eaten some mushrooms tonight. Big Daddy. What do you give this? A play or a pass? So the death of a unicorn.
Well, unlike Dave and who knows how many fake Telegram accounts he created in order to give play to, I'm going to give this a very hard pass.
You're probably right. We need to do verification on those votes. Aubyn, can you look into that tomorrow? I'd like you to verify those votes and check those.
Gives me more freaking work to do. Man.
While you have some free time, can you between your other tasks, can you squeeze in verification?
Trying to verify people's votes.
All right. So what do you think? Play or pass?
Unfortunately, it's a pass for me, because I can't even think of someone to tell to watch this because it was so dark, and I think that's just the main reason why I'm so pissed off at this. I really like Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega and Tia Leone. I've always loved her. It's great to see her in another film again. But I was happy to see them, but this just wasn't up to what it should be.
If you could have just seen the movie. It's just so too dark.
It's so dark. It was. I was so pissed off.
It's so true. It's so true. All right.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? Can you see who's the editor there while you're in IMDb? Because I'm gonna send a message to the editor. I'll make an open statement to all other directors. Don't use this editor to edit your fucking movie, because
don't be this guy.
This guy is just decides that the little bar to turn down the lighting. He just doesn't know how to use it, or he watched too much Lord of the Rings, years ago, and he said,
Game of Thrones,
turn it
the last
down.
season of Game of
the last
Thrones.
season, turn it down. No one needs to see what's going on. They can hear it. No, I want to see it.
There you go. It was Ron.
Yeah, but Aubyn, you didn't get to the credits at the end.
Oh, no, man, I did get to the credits, because in the credits they at least I put a thing.
Couldn't see the credits. It was too dark.
Yeah, I'm gonna send a message to him.
You guys are too much. Okay. And unfortunately, I was hoping this would be a kids movie that I could recommend this to a kids, but there's so much swearing in it that I can't even recommend it to a kid. It's like, no. Who are you aiming this towards? So, what was the votes in Telegram, Aubyn? So I want to make sure I'm not treating it unfairly.
This is 100% aimed at potheads.
Probably more like you got to be on mushrooms or something. Acid trip.
You've actually got to believe in unicorns.
4 plays, 12 passes. This gained another Yeah, another playing.
We just need to double the amount of people watching or in voting. We'd be all right, Dave. Yeah, well, that was a
like I said, thank you to the other 3 people who enjoyed this fine cinematic feature film.
I
The rest of you are fucking unintelligent.
Of the 4, I forgot. He's 25% of the votes.
Wait a second. What was that? His vote? Did he say whether he was a player pass?
Yes, he was a play. So he was
okay.
Yes,
so
and the 3 other people who liked it. That's right.
Look at the popularity's going up on this.
He's so determined not to have a clean sweep of passes that he just decided, I'm just going to say play.
He can't even be honest about his own movie. All right. Okay, so before we go into some other...
No, I got somebody who likes gory crap and stupid shit like this. So, yeah, it was right.
Not you, is it?
No, not me. No,
is it? Oh, it's your other account.
Well, he's got a lot of family now that he's living there. So a lot of people a lot of extra time on their hands.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that to your family?
Well, simple people, simple things. So be sure we watch this next week. Last Breath. That's for next week. Thank you, Eddie. We'll be watching that with old Woody Harrelson. This portion of the show, we open it up to shows or movies that we may want to suggest, but usually we talk about a lot of shows because movies, unless we're not going to absolutely not pull it up, we don't do it. So toss it out there for movies and shows that you would recommend or basically just make sure you stay away from. So floor is open for things that people are checking out.
Can I just dip out? Can I dip out now? Because I've watched no TV shows. I still haven't watched any TV shows. I've been trying.
I've been trying. My damn kids won't let me have the TV.
No, I get distracted by other things. Like I've been watching documentaries and.
Okay.
Oh well, see.
We watch documentaries.
Right up the
What's
street.
that one I was watching on TikTok? Not TikTok. Netflix today. It was the bombing one.
The bombing one?
Lockerbie?
New one?
I don't know, but I think it's new. It was in America. It was the government building. What was it called?
Oklahoma City building.
Yeah, that one. I started watching that.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't there one about Timothy McVeigh and then
yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
the dad of one of
what it called, like American Terrorist or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm happy. You see it there, Dabs? Poker Face. Did you see the first season of that?
I did. I see that. I noticed it was trending on all of the lists.
Yeah,
that's like a third season.
The second
first
season
was good. This is second season.
Yeah.
So you enjoy you
would
recommend this?
Eddie?
Yeah, I'm gonna pop off now. Watching it.
All right, Ann.
The first.
I think my son's still awake. Sorry.
Yeah, the first 3 episodes of season 2 have come out.
They dropped. Yeah. Because they were talking about canceling that show.
Yeah, that's why it was such a long break.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of shows, I think, that this came out during the pandemic that they decided to bring them out on another season. And this is one of them.
Yeah.
There's one that I'm in a hurry to get rid of is Power Book 3. It has to come to an end.
Wow. I haven't watched the last episode or two. It went that bad. I can't believe that.
Yeah, at the last. Well, they got 2 more episodes left,
Uh-huh.
but the other 3 episodes before, it's all the same bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've never, and I know that a lot of people like Power, and it just doesn't grab me. It doesn't grab my attention. It's just
You know what?
something about.
It was for me. It was because it's all around me. That's all my town. You know, and growing up, the places. I gotta say that there's like where they did like a lot of the stores and stuff. They really did a good job with that because they brought it back to it looked just like it was when I was a kid, and it was so funny seeing that they did that.
Mm.
Hey, you're gonna want to hit your microphone or something, Alvin.
Yeah.
You hear me? Check one,
Yeah,
two.
there we go. There
Yeah.
we go. There we go.
Okay.
You were kind of muffled.
I'm muffled?
Yeah, but-
Mm.
So that's just not been a show. I know. Again, a lot of people enjoy it, and it's just
Mhm.
I don't know. It just
But you never gave it a try?
nope. No, it's like it's like on my list,
Uh
but
huh.
it never makes its way to the top of the list. It's like
Right.
that thing. It's like
How-
if I just had enough
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I have really been enjoying Last of Us. It's one of those
Oh,
shows
yes.
I'm actually stuck watching episode by episode each week. I hate
and
being
you see
caught
how
up
much
on
you think.
something.
Yeah, but you see how much you think about it and talk about it.
Yes,
Do you understand?
100%.
And that's
100%.
what's good because here it is. By the time now, next week comes and you're finally getting to watch. You've been waiting to watch and you watch it, and then boom, that hour is up, and you're like, damn.
You're right,
Mm.
and,
No.
and it does. It
That's
does
the way to
aid
watch.
itself.
That's the way to watch TV.
I actually was talking to a coworker about that of
Uh-huh.
how this and Mobland. Usually, I'm not a person. I'll like what I'll wait till it's all out, and then not that I watch all 6 at one time or 8 at one time. I'll watch 2 episodes,
Yeah.
and then the next day, boom, I'll grab 2 more or watch 2 more. And it does not give you that ability to have a conversation, the
Right.
water cooler conversation about a TV show when we do those things, because I'm on episode 3 and you're on episode 1. Well, we can't talk
Right.
about it because
Right.
I can't remember what was just episode 1, so
Right.
that you're right. It does make you think about a show more. You're able to have conversation about the show as long as people are up to date, but it makes for a long damn week.
Yeah.
Wait another week because we've gotten spoiled. I mean,
Yeah.
we as media consumers have gotten really spoiled and able to just binge, be a glutton for whatever show we want, and knock them all out. So
That's why no one cares about the acting in some of this stuff because they've sucked it in already where they miss certain things that like an actor and actress could do something and they did such a great job at it and they're not noticing it. It's like for example, like in Handmaid's Tale, I think she's incredible. I think she's an incredible actress. And so many times she's like made a performance of a lifetime. And I say, oh, that was just incredible. And you got other people that binged it that didn't even recognize that.
Yep.
No.
That's
you're right.
that's my
And-
two cents. And I've always said it.
And more TV and movie companies are releasing things at a slower pace now. For that reason, but they're doing it more so that their users don't binge and watch it all and then
And
have
leave,
nothing
right.
else and cancel
Right.
their subscription because it's like, there ain't nothing for me to watch.
Right.
So that forces people to drag along and keeps them on the hook for the show. So
Yeah.
uh,
I think
I've
that's
been-
why some of these guys are even with the series that they have, let's say like HBO or whatever, they don't show that they have all of it. You know what I mean? They'll show like the first 3 seasons, and now you're gonna have to wait for a certain time for 4, 5, and 6 to come out. You know?
Mhm.
Well, Mobland is another one of those. I'm not sure if you guys have been watching.
Like I said,
Oh
I
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
still have.
Enjoying it. I mean, Tom Hardy.
Mhm.
I mean, in what's her name? The mom. What the?
Joanne Frogger.
No.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
Oh,
Mary-
Helen Mirren.
Mirren.
Helen Mirren.
Ah,
Yeah.
great. I mean, she's great. It's a violent show, but it's not overly violent. Would you say? I
Mhm.
mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
show. I mean,
It's not Gangs of London violent.
no,
okay.
but it's
No.
it's good. It's good. It's good storyline, and I think good acting. It's
Mhm.
definitely held my attention.
Well.
And again, I'm waiting each week for like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
when's the next episode coming out?
Well, there you go. So the times that by by 30 shows, and you understand why I go so crazy.
I couldn't wait 30. I'm not gonna have. I don't know.
No,
look
when
at
you
my
have
old
so many
continuums.
shows that you watch, it's like, okay, you watch this, and then okay, if you hopefully get them all down, before the week is up, and then
Yeah.
the next week comes, and then okay, story is continuing. So as long as you're always watching something,
Mhm.
Yeah. But there's one that I watched. I started watching the first episode of The Pit, and then I
that's
said,
great.
I'm going to wait. I said I had to wait until all the episodes had dropped, and then
Uh-huh.
I said I'd use it as a filler.
Uh-huh.
Let's say there's nothing going on, I'd go
Yeah.
back and watch The Pit. But it's
Uh-huh.
funny, when I got onto the second season, I had
Yeah.
to binge on it. I had to binge it till the
Yeah.
end. Man,
Wait,
that was
second
that was
season?
damn.
Wait, there wasn't a second season of that yet, right? No.
No.
It said,
Oh,
Not The
okay.
Pit.
oh wait,
shit,
there's one
wait a second.
episode, huh?
No, that can't be right.
It was 15
2026.
episodes.
That's yeah.
2026.
It's a
Oh,
It's not
placeholder.
out yet.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
run into a time machine watching
No, because
Pit.
Pit was great, and I thought it was only one season there.
Yeah.
I really liked it. That I said it when I first started watching. I said to you guys, I know you guys weren't into the medical drama type stuff, but
Mhm.
that was damn good. It was leaps and bounds over any ER thing that he's ever done and stuff like that.
Right.
It was wow. Yeah, it was. I just can't wait for it to come back.
Yeah.
If it does,
Well, there's another one's coming back tonight, the Gold Rush Mine Rescue.
Yeah.
Because what's his name? He was sick for
The
a
old
while.
guy.
Yeah, the old guy. He
Freddie
was
Dodge.
sick for a while. Freddie Dodge. He was sick
I
for a
know,
while.
Freddie. So it's looking over in our side chat. You guys what's some TV shows that you guys would recommend that maybe we're missing? So I know that a number of our folks over here on the side chat definitely watch some TV shows. I'm just curious. I always love hearing new shows because sometimes you luck up on something that was a gem, and you're like, whoa, I'd never thought that was so good. So
yeah. Like I've watched the stuff that's on over the air stuff what is that what's the one I was just thinking of? Oh, went right out of my brain, guys. I'm sorry. 911. Because 911 Lone Star is gone, but regular 911 is back, and they threw a whole wrench into the whole thing, to the whole show, and I got to commend them for that. I really do.
the wife has been watching The Rookie, which She
Oh, the rookie I love also.
it's okay. I mean, to me, it's.
I
it's
like
all
it
right.
because I like that kid. Um,
That kid. Which
yeah,
was
well,
there a kid
like
in
they
that
kid.
show?
No, not a kid, but I mean the actor, the main actor, Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, I like him. I really do. Uh, and he's really good in it. You know, he really is. You know, he took that show from that first season. You know, he really put his foot down in it. He put his foot in it. You know, on that show. What else we got there?
I do, even though for Star Wars stuff, I like Andor. I enjoyed the first season, and we've been working through the second season here. I like it because I like how it's darker. It's darker than your normal Star Wars stuff, which most Star Wars stuff is aimed at a teenager, a preteen teenager. That's what they make these movies and TV shows. So like sometimes when adults hate a movie, it's because they're not geared towards you. You are not their target audience. Their audience is a teen or preteen that they can sell merchandise to. This I feel like is not geared towards those teenagers. It's geared towards older people, that because it has that darker feel. There's people dying. It's just I like that you're being able to see what's happening in the Empire power struggle-ish kind of way, because we always just saw Darth Vader and this and that, and that's or the Emperor, and that was supposed to be your image of the Empire. But this shows you people that are trying to work their way through the ranks in in the I don't want to say political system or whatever. They're like, no, we're not going that direction, and they're like, I really think we need to go this. So I enjoy that aspect of it. It just feels like a different type of TV show, and so it's definitely one of the Star Wars shows. I would say, yeah, this is fun for me to watch. And I've seen that they came out with the animated one. That's Tales of the Underworld, I think it was called.
Yep, that's they dropped that for May 4th.
And this is another thing where this is animated, and it's kind of got that Rebels animation style, and geared again for super Star Wars nerds, I think, is who's watching this type of stuff. And again, looking at some of those darker, less known characters by the general public, but known my wife has watched every episode of Rebels and every episode of Clone Wars, the animated stuff. So she knows all these characters, and she's like, oh my gosh, we get to follow some of these storylines. And I think that Disney taking some of these, not trying to be so fluffy. They're given a little bit of for different people. So I commend them for that, because I felt like they were getting kind of blah, a lot of their content. I mean, not bad, but it's just like, that's okay.
Next week is Welcome Back to Wrexham is coming back next Thursday with Ryan Reynolds.
And I wish Andrew was here, because you seen they moved up again.
Yeah,
I was reading an article about it. I mean, not to be a spoiler for the show, but
I posted the spoiler alert the day they freaking got promoted. I posted the clips of the fan storming the pitch.
Yeah. Out there, they've moved up to the Champions League. So one step below Premier, taking what did they say? I think it said $2.6 million is what they bought the club for.
Yeah.
Now the value is I don't know, $20 million or $25 million value at this time for that club. So, but that doesn't count how much money they spent
Yeah.
They spent money along the way, so you could say the value is now, but there's also money spent. You know, how the Netflix counts. You know,
yeah,
I don't know how the balance sheet works.
I'm sure they're getting a nice chunk from the TV show.
Yeah.
That's offsetting. That's really probably putting them in the red, would be my guess.
Plus, they're getting tons more sponsorships and
Big
endorsements.
sponsors.
Yeah.
So
So sponsorship as well as selling merch. People going there just to see them. So yeah, I enjoy. I mean, I love the show. When it's out there, I've watched all the episodes. I enjoy it. I think Netflix does a really good job of making it entertaining, to pulling you along. I think
it's not on Netflix.
FX,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And I think they do a good job of developing the players. I think that you buy into these players, and so again, it's just, how many times we talk about shows. It's like, make me care, or give me something to care about that character, and they've done a great job with this. So, you know, it's a good show. I mean, Shannon and I both sit down when this is out. We are both watching it, right? And you know, for her, sports can be kind of up. She loves sports movies, or shows, but she's not a big fan of them. You know, but this does a great job. And Ryan Reynolds, I mean, he's funny.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan Reynolds, he should be having another movie coming out pretty soon, because he made a movie. I think it's called Midway, and it should be coming out soon because they made it last year. My boys worked on that.
Let's see. So let me get past rumored, planned. So we got Roblox. That's going to be coming out. Animal Friends. In Dispute. Actual footage self. Dragon's Lair.
What?
Oh, that's planned.
Is it? Oh, it's planned. Okay.
Post-production. Mayday. That's what you're talking about. Sorry.
Mayday.
Mayday. So it's post-production.
That should be coming out soon.
I suppose so.
And when is Ted Lasso season 4 coming out? That should be out.
They haven't even started filming.
No,
I was gonna say they just announced that they're gonna do one more season.
I would say 2026 at the earliest.
Yeah,
yep.
I think you're right. I think you're right on that. All right, we're at 7:00, boys. So anything I'm gonna go ahead and toss this off. So, what are you guys thinking? Anything you want to say, Beach? Anything before we go?
Once again, thank you to the three true art film movie lovers. The rest of you can fuck off.
Okay.
Yeah, he picks his one or two fans.
Yeah.
Eddie, anything you got to say before we head out, bud?
No, great show. I had fun. Good laugh.
Yeah.
We made Dave happy tonight.
Yeah.
We did. We gave him something to bitch about.
We rattled his cage.
Yeah, rattle me. No, didn't rattle me. Like I said, the first movie I picked, it lost.
It's the second one that I really didn't like. Because remember, I didn't like that other one there.
Yeah, well, 90 other people loved it.
I know. I understand. I understand. I understand. And I'm still waiting for the day for me to be like, oh, okay, I'm ready to give this another chance. You know,
You're waiting for that day.
because there was
That
something
day's not coming.
that they just did that recently, right? What was it that I was watching? There was something else that came on that those guys were in, and someone posted
Kneecap?
something about. Yeah,
I
the
posted.
guy from the.
I turned on Chris. It was funny that day, one of those, when the Coachella was playing, and I was
Right, that's what it was.
flipping through, and I flipped it on them like, oh, who's this? I'm listening. I'm like, wait a minute, that's Kneecap. And then they popped across there. I'm like, I got my phone out. I'm like, oh shit, take a picture of this. I know how much AUBYN love these guys.
Yeah,
and it just happened to be a flipping through there, and they were playing Coachella.
A day is gonna come, and I'm gonna rewatch it. Guys, I just saw this great movie.
Put it on the wheel.
Yeah, put it on the wheel.
Hey, Big Daddy, anything you want to say before we head out?
Great show, guys. Of course, like, subscribe, share, join the Telegram groups. We discuss a lot more than even what's here on the shows. Some of it gets pretty deep in some of the more technical side of stuff than we have time for on here. So it's a great place if you want to learn a lot more about streaming.
Agreed. Big AUBYN.
Okay. All right, everyone. We'll see you next week. I'll be complaining about how much work I've had to do.
Yeah.
True story.
Going to be, waking up. Oh, I got to go do this. No.
Hey, can you add this?
Yeah, I know. Right? Change this.
Yeah, but AUBYN.
Yeah.
Dabs has a honey-do list. You have the Dabs list.
The Dabs list.
Dabdo.
Dabdo.
A Dabdo list. All right, I like that.
In the town over there near Andrew.
Wait till I get. I'm gonna create a little form, and then I'm gonna have Dabdo at the top, and then every once in a while,
he won't even be able to make a form up.
Hey, Dave, can you make me a form?
No.
All right. Hey, thanks for everybody watching. And again, if you have an Oculus, join us in our Oculus room. And we'll be watching UFC tomorrow. And it's fun to hang out with some friends, have a few drinks while you're at home. You don't have to worry about drunk driving. And we will definitely have some laughs and enjoy ourselves. So, again, thanks to everybody on the panel. And a big thanks to all those folks over on our side chat that hang in with us and stick around for 2 hours of nonsense. So guess what? Streaming matters to us because streaming matters to you. We'll see you guys next week.
Curtains falling on the screen. Hope you laughed and learned a bit. Had some fun and skipped routine. Time to close this crazy shit. Thanks for tuning in, my friends. But it's time to say goodbye. Through the streams and download set. But now it's time for us to fly. Information, picked up tips and tricks to enjoy. But now we leave this online station. It's time to pack up every toy. Thanks for tuning in, my friends. But it's time for us to fly. Through the streams and download set, you can kiss my ass goodbye.
Hey.